Oh, it's very muddy.
We're staying at River Glades.
Tumut River Glades on the river, caravan park, and these poor buggers have had so much rain. The sites are destroyed, it's so muddy. But they've accommodated us, and it is quite pretty if you just don't look down and look at the mud. Obviously there's so many deciduous trees around here, it's nice, and we're camped right on the river. We are in a caravan park to do washing and reset, ready for the adventure that follows, which is going to be the Warrumbungles. We've finally decided. So get ready, this is going to be interesting because other than the Warrumbungles, we don't know where we're stopping in between. So it's a mystery for you as it is for us. Let's get into it. So if you've seen the previous episode, you'll know that we just completed a trip down to the snow to Selwyn Snowfields. From there we headed north, and as we come into Tumut, the weather really hadn't improved. It was wet, soggy and miserable, and the caravan park was that muddy that they nearly didn't have anywhere to put us. So anyway, that's weather and that's travelling, and you can't do much about it. We ducked into town, got the groceries, restocked, do all those things you need to do at a caravan park, including the dreaded washing. Meg's got a little bit of retail therapy in, bought some new hiking boots, which she desperately needed.
So we're here at Tom's Outdoors because my boots are not holding up to the weather. They're very slippery and I need something a bit warmer.
While we're in Tumut, we thought it'd be a good idea to duck out to Batlow and check out all the apple plantations, as we'd never seen them ourselves, and thought it'd be a good thing for the kids to have a look at and see how apples are grown. As usual, the weather really turned it on for us. It was miserable, wet, cold, and the apples weren't in season. Another big thing, Australia just has big things. That's an apple.
So we've come for a day trip down to Batlow just to basically check it out. Like, obviously apple growing region down here, so
It was super smooth. Do you want to do that again?
we've decided to come down to Batlow for the day just to have a look around. Obviously apple growing region, might find some cider, but yeah, wanted to show the kids how apples grow.
Let's have a look. Cider house. Oh, we're on.
That's a good sign. Oh. Closed. Great. We thought in the middle of winter apples be in season, but clearly they're not. Damn, I thought apples grew in winter. Anyway.
It's good to stop and reflect every now and then on, when you're traveling on the road, and if you've been on the road for a while, just to have that down day. And I was just sitting there thinking, and going from a full-size van, you guys know we were in, we had the titanium, of course, back into something smaller. And, this was our decision to go back to something smaller. It was actually going to be a UEV 490. When we originally contacted these guys, they said they had the 14. And look, I'm not here to plug the 14 right now. What I am saying is, going back into a camper trailer or a hybrid camper trailer caravan, it really has forced us to spend more time outside. We've really, really enjoyed the time with the girls. We've made a fire every night to make sure we were warm, and we've sat around that fire and had some really good little chats, and really been together as a family. And I think the hybrids really forced us to do that. We were getting a little bit lazy in the past. You know, when you're towing something that is basically a house behind you, it is so easy just to escape and sit down inside there. Everyone gets on their device, or the TV comes on, or it really does force you to be outside when you're doing a more camping style trip. We've really been thankful for that. Even with this shitty weather, it's been drizzling rain for the first 5 days of this trip. If you've seen the previous episode, even with that rain and that shitty weather, we still sat outside around the fire. We're all warm. We had appropriate clothing. We cooked some amazing meals. Not even having a barbecue, we thought we'd really struggle with that. But we wanted to get back to camping, and it really has forced us to do that, and we've really bloody enjoyed it. Thought it would have got a little bit, a little bit tiresome with that kind of weather, camping in, -7 degrees. But look, it still has those luxury mod cons that we wanted. We knew we wanted that still. Look, I'm a bit of a gadget sort of guy. I think I like the idea of having everything work off grid and the tinkering and making things work just as much as going and exploring as well. That's why we have our other channel, STS Garage. If you don't know that, check that out. That's all about just working on things in the shed, doing a build series on the old Land Cruiser, of course. Anyway, guys, I'll just give you that food for thought. Even if you have that big caravan at home, I'm not picking on you at all. We've done it. We enjoyed it too. But it is important to get back to camping, get outside the caravan, sit around the fire, and we're thankful for the UEV14 has done that for us. Anyway, back to the trip. Let's get into it. The next morning, we got up and headed off on the next leg of the adventure. On the way, we stopped at Aldon Falls, which is an old gold mining ruins, and there was heaps of history there and plenty of old infrastructure still to explore.
Well, it started to rain, which has been something we're getting used to in the last few days. Cold, wet, a little bit of... Well, as I was saying before, Willow just scared me. The weather has turned really bad, so we're about halfway through this walk, but we're just embracing it. It's why we're here. We'll dry out in the car.
You can't control the weather, so you're still gonna have your holiday.
Oh,
It's nice though.
it is pretty through here. It's a really nice little walk.
It was definitely worth the stop, and the kids and us really toughed it out to get the walk done in the rain, and damn, it was freezing cold. By the time we got back to the car, everyone had had enough, so we motored on and got to our next destination because we really needed to warm up.
So we headed north to Wagga Wagga, and after checking out the RAF base there, we went to a hip camp called Bundali, a sheep station just outside of Wagga, which was the perfect base for us to dump the van and go and explore Wagga.
Look at this. $20 a night. This is us. It's beautiful.
Site 4, this is us. Massive sites.
Yeah. For $20 a night, then drinking water as well. That's pretty good.
Very good.
And to be nice and safe. it is pretty hilly, so you've got to be able to level up. And then a bit of firewood under the wheel. Sweet. I just get pumped when we find these little gems. This is actually a hip camp. It's marked on Wiki Camps, just outside Wagga Wagga. Farm stay for 20 bucks a night, water included, and the host was really friendly. And for the amount of rain this place has had, it's actually firm underfoot. So it's dry, it's safe, it's close to town, it's cheap. Man, I should just start selling these places. It's awesome.
It's windy though. It's bloody cold and windy. Oh.
Because it was way too windy to sit at camp all afternoon, we decided to head into Wagga and have a look around. We ended up at the Botanic Garden, which actually has also got a free zoo and aviary. It was actually quite a decent sized little zoo. It was really great to fill in the afternoon and the kids absolutely loved it. Another brewery feed for dinner that night, and then we went to the Festival of W, which was a free winter event held at Wagga with an amazing light display and free live music. So we woke up the next morning and it was Harper's 8th birthday, and appropriately we headed off and we went to Junie, and there was a chocolate factory there, so of course we had to stop in there for Harper's birthday. Such an amazing historic building with a car to match out the front that Adam just couldn't resist having a peek at. But we went inside and had a look at all the chocolates, had some taste testers, and then the kids actually got to make their own giant freckle. Heading further north, we passed through parks, and of course we had to stop at the Dish. Harper wasn't keen on going to the Dish. She said she didn't want to learn on her birthday.
Who gets to go to the Dish on their birthday?
Harper, you excited to be at the Dish on your birthday? She doesn't want to be here. But I said she'll thank me for it one day. What's going on up back there, Harps? The window won't go up.
Interesting.
Just another random thing.
Oh look. Right on cue. Right on cue.
Raining.
You couldn't write a better script. Alright, we're gonna have to pull over. I really don't know why that's not working. I've sound deadened this before, so it makes it just that little bit harder, but I've given something to wiggle and it's come to life. So I'll unplug it where it goes into the motor and on the switch, give it a good clean, but we're back.
Can I go?
Seems faster than normal. Is it?
Can I go?
That's actually going really fast.
It is. Can I go? Do you want me to turn my
Yes, I'd love you to have a go. Kids are so helpful when these things happen.
Dad.
Part of going off-road.
I like to be annoying.
Bogan Weir. Peak Hill is the town, is it?
Yeah, just south of Dubbo.
Yeah, so good little free camp, and proper free camp on the water. There were some bad reviews about toilet paper around, which is friggin' everywhere. Every camp you go to is like that. But it actually looks pretty clean, and there is bins provided, which is a real oversight as far as New South Wales is concerned in general, whether it be state forest or national park, as opposed to just about any other state we've been in. There's usually a lack of bins, and there is bins here, so that is really good to see. But this is camp for tonight. We can have a fire, we're going to celebrate Harper's birthday, and we said we wouldn't do any filming tonight because it is her birthday and it's all about her. So that's it. See you on the road tomorrow to the Warrumbungles, where we'll be back doing what we're supposed to be doing and get away from retail therapy, breweries, pubs, music. We've had heaps of fun though. It's
All
been
the good things in life.
But I feel like we need to get back to camping.
Yep.
So see you tomorrow. Cheers, Harvey.
Cheers, Mum. Uh-oh. Another drone stuck in the tree again.
Just another random thing. What's
you
happened,
know-
Harps?
Well, had a very fun day, but this part of the day is pretty fun. Dad went too high up into the trees, and then it went right in the trees up there, and it got stuck.
And it's a massive gum tree, so
I think
let's see. It's in this tree here. She goes all the way up, and it is definitely in the highest point.
It's going to be a big night.
So whilst you're viewing this rather odd photo, which was taken by the drone whilst it was up in the tree, so after several attempts of trying to get that bloody thing out of the tree, we just couldn't get it. So the next morning we had to move on. 2 weeks after we got back from our trip, we were contacted by some amazing people on Facebook. One person had actually found our drone. They got in contact with us. They posted it back to us, and you wouldn't bloody believe it, the drone still works. Massive thank you to everyone who reached out to get our drone back.
Well, at the start of the week, we're at -7. We've now hit 17 degrees and we've finally made it to the Warrumbungles. It's been a bit of a mission getting here, and there's been quite a few little mishaps along the way, but it's all smooth sailing from here. We're getting into some hikes. Keen?
Yeah.
We keen, kids? Kids are super keen. Let's go and do some hikes, kids. Woo!
day one at the Warrumbungles, or morning one I should say, -4. I thought we were out of the cold weather. Holy Jesus Christ, it is freezing. Ice everywhere, but it's nice and clear, no clouds, ready for our big walk. And we've got one of the kids keen, the other one will get there. It takes a bit of warming up, but yeah, 12k walk today, we'll go and check it out. And that's probably gonna fill the day in, I'd say, by the time we do that, and maybe go to a lookout. So yeah, what a cracking start to what will be an awesome day. Righto, off on our first walk, Breadknife today. The 12k or a 14k option, we'll see how we go when we get to the actual, what they call the Breadknife anyway, and you can come back the same way you come, which is 12k, or you can keep looping around, which is about 14.5. We'll see what kind of mood the kids are in, and we'll go from there. Let's head off.
Thing that's keeping the kids going on this walk, lollies. Well, this walk certainly started off lovely and easy and pretty flat and level. Nice, you know, bridges to cross and things like that. And now we're on the rise up, so we're getting a bit hot. It's actually freezing cold today, probably about 6 degrees. That's why we're wearing our coats today, but they've definitely come off now. Ooh, very hot.
So fit. We've done a fair bit of walking now after travelling around for 4 months late last year. If you watched that, we did heaps and heaps of walks. This is up there with probably the most challenging as far as fitness goes. There's probably a solid 800 metres of stairs.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stairs.
A lot of stairs. It's beautiful though. This is one of the best walks I think we've done.
Anyway, we're nearly there.
Oh.
If you're at the top.
such a great walk, especially right at the end. It was quite challenging up the little rock face to the peak here, but incredible views, just amazing scenery. This is what we love to see.
It is well worth the effort,
Yeah.
and like, we're not the fittest of people. Like,
No.
the kids do have a level of fitness. They sort of do sport and do a bit of running and that, and so it is challenging. That's what we're trying to get at, but it's definitely achievable for 99% of people, I'd say.
There's lots of little hikes around here, but everyone says that the Breadknife lookout, this hike is the best. It's beautiful, and it's 360-degree views. Very worth it.
Righto, now we're gonna head back. Woohoo.
We're taking the long route back to the car park, so I think all up makes this walk around 16 k's, I think, from memory. Is that right, Adam? 14 and a half, 15. So we left the lookout overlooking Breadknife, and we've come via the track. I think it's called Dagda. Dagda. Anyway, it's real rocky, and we're on an incline up now, so it is quite full on. But slow and steady, and well done, girls. Oh, it's tough, isn't it?
Success.
Stop it! So annoying. Adam and the kids seem very amused with scaring me on these hikes that we do.
Thoroughly enjoy it. We have to do like a big montage of we scaring the shit out of Megan video.
They do it to me at home too. I'm very easily scared. They get me every time. Well, we are so close to the end now. Oh, it's been a mission of a walk. It's probably nearly 3 o'clock in the afternoon. How do you think it was, Willow? What do you think?
It was very hard.
Yeah, it was tricky. It's a bloody long way. I think it's around 15 k's, but was it worth it? We have just completed the Breadknife walk. What a relief. How do we feel?
Good.
I'm wrecked. Oh, I need a beer.
Yep.
That's more than enough for our family. That's 14.5 k's the loop we did, and yeah, it was a nice walk, but we're done. We're cooked.
Yeah. My legs are really sore right now, so it'll be good to get back to camp, have a drink, have a hot shower. That'll be nice too, and yeah, just chill out the Savi.
So not only a beautiful national park, the Warrumbungles are well known for their low light pollution, hence the reason why the Sighting Spring Observatory is located right in the heart of the Warrumbungles. We headed up there to have a look and found it to be really interesting, and we all learned a little bit that day. Definitely worth the drive up to go and see the observatory and have a really good look at the massive telescope and how it functions. There's a lot of information there and you can really get out of it as little or as much as you want. The kids definitely enjoyed it, as did we. It's just something else you really need to go and do if you're at the Warrumbungles.
So day 2 here at the Warrumbungles, and we're doing another hike. This one is only a nice little easy 3.4k return. It's called the Tara Caves Walk. It's an Aboriginal ancient rock site, so we're going to go and have a look at that now. There are heaps of walks to do here at the Warrumbungles, but we've just had 2 days here. We did the big 15k walk yesterday, and they're throwing rocks at me. Stop it! Oh man. You're all idiots.
Yeah, I love it.
Far out. Ugh. It's steep right at the end. Whew.
See the marks in the rock? The grooves?
Yeah.
That's where they would have made tools and stuff like that. Oh really? The cave opens up with plenty of room to wander around. It is as deep as it is wide, 14 metres, with space for a large family to sleep.
I know you're there.
Ah, fail. She's getting smarter.
They're gonna scare us. They literally just ran away from us, so we're going to see if they're scaring us.
Ah!
Wasn't scared.
You saw me, didn't you?
Yeah. I just saw Mum run off, and Mum never runs off, so. You diggity dogs didn't get us today. We always get Mum though. Don't move. Rah! Got him. No, not really. We didn't really get him.
Puppy, you know what? You know how much you don't like walks? It's the happiest you are all day is when we're walking. The mornings you're cranky, nights you're cranky, sometimes during lunchtime you're cranky, in the car you're cranky. When we're walking, you're like super happy.
Not in the car I'm cranky, not at lunch I'm cranky. Definitely not at... Well, we just finished that walk, definitely worth it, go check it out. Now we're going back to camp to have some drinks and some wines, set up the fire, play some board games, and it's gonna be sweet.
Well, guys, that's it for this episode. We really hope you enjoyed the Warrumbungles. We've tried to show you as much as we can. Obviously, we haven't done all the walks that are here. There are a lot more little walks, but obviously the main walk being the Breadknife, and it is definitely something you need to do when you're here.
And us and the kids, 20Ks all up was more than enough in 2 days. We can say we're proud of that. That was plenty.
Very proud. And yeah, just an amazing campground. Like, it's actually really, really lovely just to even come out here and camp for the weekends.
There was actually quite a lot to do. The observatory was a little bonus. So yeah, definitely worthwhile if you're coming past, or make it a trip out to the Warrumbungle.
All right, guys, you only live once.
Get out there and enjoy it. See you next time.
Bye.